This is it, guys. This is the big one. A huge episode, 2 finals to play with the FA Cup and Champions League, and hopefully a whole lot of entertainment. We've had it along the way. It's been a bumpy ride. It has been 9 long seasons, actually 10 if you're counting this one. But here it is. The Grimsby Town road to glory will come to an end today. Hey guys, and welcome back to the FIFA 21 Grimsby Town to Glory. Feels a bit weird saying that after I've just said all that. Episode number 15 of season number 9. And yes, I don't need to really stress how important this is because you should know as well. And I have just kind of said it, as we have 2 games. And if you don't know we have 2 games and you're on this episode, you've made a mistake somewhere. You need to go back quite a bit because this is the final episode there will ever be. And we have 2 massive games. No spoilers hopefully for you, but if you're looking at that, you're going to spoil it yourself, as we have Leeds United in the FA Cup first on the 19th of May, then followed up by the 26th of May, which is the final of the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund. So both teams we have experience playing, to be fair. Dortmund we played in the group stages and the all the international pre-season friendlies that we've had, loads of them. And Leeds United, they've been up and down in the Premier League, but they're finally up again, and they beat us this season, actually thrashed us away at Ellen Road, so we're going to have to try and do something different here. We did beat them last time, so my hopes are up a little bit, but there is no way, shape or form that this will be easy, so like the video before we go. Can we reach a huge like figure? I'm not going to put a target on this one, because of course it is the finale of the series, and maybe you guys have gone off this by now, or maybe you're back for this one especially, because I know plenty of people might do that, as I'm going to have to show you the teams as well that we're going to play for the final one. So I just hate that we're never going to be able ever to see Bellingham, who should be there, Dowell and Cantwell play again. Really love those icons, as we're going to make one change in the team. Vencedor, yes, is going to come out, although has to play in the Champions League final because Winter's suspended, but not for the FA Cup, where he likes to score quite a bit. With Dino in goal, penultimate game for him. Tanganga, Rodon, Mark Gehi and Doig, with Maddison, Winks, Goretzka and Brooks supporting Harper and Delap up front. And we need some goals from Harper to just bow out of this career mode. We do especially. So, final number 1. Maybe seen as less important because it is of course the FA Cup, but not in my eyes. Haven't won this before. Won the Domestic Cup in the Carabao Cup before, so can we make it a first time at the death? And here it is, Leeds United. They're going to be up for it, of course. I mean, I won't say they've got an easy run because they've beaten some difficult teams to get to this final, but Doncaster in the last game, they struggled actually quite a bit against. So Wembley Stadium, the pyrotechnics are out for Leeds United versus Town, and the handshaking is over. As you know what, I think it should be our team first. Let's walk it through. They deserve it. Dino again, Tanganga, Rodon, Gehi, Doig, Brooks, Goretzka, Winks, Maddison, Harper, Delap. And there you get to see it again. Only one original player from Grimsby, which is of course Harper, who moved away because he's come through the academy, but still, I won't let that put me down, as these have got Texiera, Carmo, Dujon Sterling, Mocha Diaby, Max Kilman and Leif Davis. Decent defence with Tyler Waterfall in CDM, Paveda, Hadji, Shackleton and Galeno out wide, with Edmondson back up front. He took a bit of time out, did he? I think that's a really good team. So Leeds United will be up for this one. We need to be on our A game, as I think this is like a 101st trip to Wembley. Let's make it a good one, shall we? As a long ball to start the game off with. Will Harper get there? No, Max Kilman watches it as he heads it down to Leif Davis, kind of in his position, as Davis with the ball again now, playing a 1-2, Shackleton across the field into Hadji. He was really good in the first game we played against them. I think he's got a penalty and got a couple of assists, so got to watch out for him. And Ryan Edmondson, I know for a fact he scored, the Youth Academy graduate, as now it's on to Galeno. I haven't had this guy before, as Shackleton again. Leeds United keeping the ball really well as it's into Edmondson, looking for room to turn, but Mark Gehi with a strong tackle to dispossess the man right here, as Maddison running forward through the middle. Can't get ball off, and Leeds with it again. Hadji Ernest Hadji, great tackle. Gay again as Winks tries to get to it. And Leeds United have really started off this finale thing off really big. And I thought we were going to put it in, boys. Come on. We beat Man United in the last episode, who have won the league. As Emmerson on it again. Doig, he's booted it behind, and I don't see the point really in that. As Leeds United get a corner, their fans will be ecstatic with the way they've started as it's whipped in. Headed away. Delap gets a flick on it. Harper doesn't get it away, and Edmondson almost gets it again. We're trying to walk it to them as now Brooks on the counter-attack. Could we actually do something from this? It's Brooks who tries to cut inside. I didn't expect this as Harper's running across. Delap onto Goretzka, back onto Brooks again. This is a big move. Goretzka in the middle. As it is a Goretzka, it's Delap who scores anyway. 20 minutes in, we take the lead against Leeds in the FA Cup final. And I didn't expect that to go in. It is 1-0. Big game, big player. Boom. I really didn't expect that to go in. How has it? It's gone to Brooks and he's whipped it across and into the bottom corner, really. He's put it directly down for Teixeira Recamo to stand no chance and Delap. That is fantastic. Mouka Diaby probably should have done more as well. 1-0 Town, and that, in my opinion, is how you successfully counter-attack. As Hadji's on the ball again, though. Oh, a great tackle from Maddison in the centre. As, oh, we've turned straight back out into Waterfall. What are you playing at, Harry Winks? As Shackleton, oh, siphoned down from Leon Goretzka again, who's going to get a yellow card, and that ain't good. A free kick 36 yards out for Leeds, as it's almost half an hour on the clock, and Hadji don't get it very far. However, despite that, they've got the ball back straight away, and they're starting to dominate. I don't get how Leeds are playing so well. As Hadji in the middle to Edmonton, got the run of Shackleton, they've got a run on this side as well, and Galeno! And it's levelled up from Leeds United. Oh my days. It was Tanganga, wasn't it, who wanted his position. Got sucked in, which, yeah, I did myself. Physically moved him, but probably shouldn't have done looking at that again. It is all square. And Leeds United, only what they deserve, really. As yet, just sneaked past us. And Dino, didn't expect him to save it. Oh well, if we've done it before, we can do it again, especially against the run of play, and I think we'll have to do it like that. Leeds United just absolutely going fully for it in the FA Cup, as they should. As maybe I'm a little more reserved, not diving into tackles as much and counter-attacks, because I know what game we've got next, as Winks into Goretzka, into Delap, Harper on the edge of the box, and Teixeira Camano's done his homework. Knows how to save one of those shots, but we are going to get a corner as Maddison whips it into Delap, who scores another header. Liam Delap puts us back in front of Wembley Stadium. And what is happening to this team? He was brought in as a backup, don't forget. Got to remind yourself of that, as he scored another header. A corner ball as well from a big chance, as let's have a look at this. Maddison with a high corner, straight in the middle, and Diaby. Mate, if I was his teammate, I'd be having a word with him, because he just can't mark Liam Delap, who scores again. And Leon Goretzka now onto Harper, as we did get a running from Delap there, but it looks like we're keeping the ball. If we could get another before half-time, it would be fantastic. Brooks with a deep one, and Dujon Sterling to deal with it. So Ernest Hadji probably going to try and sprint it forward. We've just got to stop the play without really getting anyone booked or suspended for the next game, as Edmondson gives it into Hadji, into Ian Pervader, as they are going to look to try and get forward a little bit. Leeds though. Doig watching his man closely, as that is the half-time whistle. We lead at Wembley 2-1, and I won't say it's against the run of play, but they've, well, it kind of is actually looking at that, but they've had less shots than us. We've had 3 and made it count, really, scoring 2 of them. Just really requires another goal, I think, to try and wrap this up, as Winks tries to get this off to Goretzka and does. Harper through the middle. Delap, get back, you're running way too quick, as he gives it to Maddison. Not really as involved as he usually is, as Delap makes the dummy in front, but I'm going to try and cut this way and give it into Harry Winks, who's speeding forward as he got support, tries to backheel it, but he's just made a mountain out of a molehill, going way too far out wide, as Leif Davis in the middle to Shackleton. Don't let them build it up again. Looks like they're trying to do so though, with Hadji cutting back, giving it into Tyler Waterfall. He's going to look to go forward, but Winks with a great tackle and a good position, as now we need to go quick. This is when we go quick, when we catch them out like this, as Goretzka has Brooks around him, alongside him, as Brooks is going to get this, been really good in this game, tries to shoot, falls to Goretzka again, and saved. Chance-wise, despite all of their possession, we've been the better team. With Edmondson on the ball, though, and Gehi coming across to get right side again. That is a great tackle, however. Hadji putting the pressure on. We've stopped Edmondson in his tracks, but Leeds are still going to try and recoup with the ball and try and counter at us again as Edmondson turns us rather easily. Turns Harry Winks, in fact, and just puts it in the bottom corner. Edmondson, take a bow. What a goal that is from him. As Harry Winks, that was your man all along. Kept him off, should I say, as turned all the way, just dribbling with it at number 13 and drills it into the bottom corner. This is the time I need Harper, our number 13, to come alive a little bit more now because it's 2 apiece. So we just need one more goal again. Harper on to Delap, who's got 2, and that would have been a great ball around the corner if it weren't for the interception as Rodon dribbling forward a little bit and Delap on it again. Little fake shot. Madison round the corner as this should fall into him. Give it back to Delap as Diakabi reads it this time. Come on, boys. 15 minutes to go and we can't really be dealing with the stress of extra time at Wembley because we've got another big final coming up. Just try and wrap it up as Tanganga. Good foot in. I thought we were going to give a foul there, but doesn't. As he's put it up to Harper and Delap. That was meant for you, mate. I did pass that as Winks does intercept that as well. And on to James Madison. I think it's now or never, boys. Let's give that to your side here. Now Winks again. Puts it out towards Brooks. Will it fall for him? Oh, it goes over Davies. But it goes out of play as well. I do see this going to extra time. The Leeds are going to try and win it themselves, aren't they? Which, of course, I expect them to, as Galeno is being shepherded away here from Tanganga, who does get a really great tackle in and gives it up to Brooks. Into Harper now. It's now or never if we're going to do something. Leeds putting up a good performance, but Harper's away here. He's running through on goal. Can he try and get it across because he's been caught? And no, it is excellent. Just defending. The recovery tackle was amazing. Getting all the way back there to get a foot in as Diakabi to dribble it out as well. 1 minute of stoppage time in this final before, I think, extra time and then penalties. As that is that after 90 minutes. Doesn't happen usually, but a rare occurrence in the final right here as we go to extra time. Yeah, Leeds have just been fantastic, really. So I'll say I didn't expect this, and I haven't changed the team up really much. I don't like how we're over-stressing players as well on fitness, and we'll be fatigued for the next leg. But I do want to win this one kind of as much as the Champions League, really. We haven't really won it before, as Leeds starting the better off. Tyler Roberts round the corner. Just overcooked. And now it is William Harper again. Just not being himself here. Maybe saving himself for Borussia Dortmund. Because, of course, it's his first season as well as ours in the Champions League. So he'll be wanting to win that probably the most as a player. Anyway, as Tyler Roberts gives it to Tom Allen here. Tried to put the ball around and we did read it as Gehi out to Unai Ventador. Can Delap maybe make a move? He's been a bit idle since his 2 goals, as Brooks has it though out wide, and we're going to try and cross this into the far post, but Max Kilman having an immense game. It's Tom Allen, again looking to try and get it behind Ventador, almost did, as that is the first period of extra time over. We go on to, almost penalties, but the second half of extra time. I really do not want penalties as well in this game, because it's just flashbacks to that Preston North End game. And trust me, if any moment sticks out to me in this save, it's definitely that one. The worst game of FIFA I've ever played to lose and bottle at Wembley. A 3-0 lead and, of course, the place in the Premier League as well. As we're going to try and, of course, score in normal time. Harry Winks on the ball right now. Gives it into Madison. I like how Winks is moving again into the box and Diakabi's come across. As we found Josh Doig in the middle now to Delap. On for, I don't know who it was, but I think it was Ventador blasting it right there. And I'm going to put Sasa Kalajic on for the last couple of minutes. Yeah, I'm going to save Liam Delap. Not going to take a penalty. Want him to save his fitness as he whipped in from the corner and Tanganga over the bar. Just got to keep this pressure up, really, and maybe something comes of it in the last minute as Winks across to Kalajic. Here he is, the big man. What can Sasa do? He's an unwanted man at Town. Of course, leaving to go to Sheffield United, but can he do something before he goes? It's Brooks, though, on the ball now. Into Harper, and what a save from the keeper! Jesus Christ. Keeps Leeds United in it a lot right there, but look at that. He didn't even see it coming, just tapped his shoulders. It's a corner ball, though, and it's going to be whipped in. Nothing from it. However, it falls to Mark Gehi, the centre-back Backheels it into Rodon. Now onto, I think it's Unai, who can't get a run on. And I think that's going to be game over, unless Leeds United could counter-attack, which they're going to try and do. Tanganga, though, with a great recovery. And last minute now, Kalajic from out wide. And what a save! We are really piling the pressure on Texiero Carmno, who's having a great game. Another corner, though, as it's headed, and it's in the back of the net. Tanganga's won the FA Cup for us. He's done it. Jefferson Tanganga, after absolutely bottling it in the semi-final last year against Villa, to winning it in the 120th minute. A second corner goal, our third header of the game, and I know how to beat Leeds United if we're carrying on. What a header that is, to just dip over the keeper and go in at the front post. We're gonna win the FA Cup. I've been more hyped, but I know the journey is not over yet. We have another big game after this, as the referee blows it immediately after, and that is game done and dusted. So happy for that guy as well. Been a great player since he's come to town. He's had his days, his off days, but he made that big tackle to win it for Kalajic to shoot and score from the corner. Champions of the FA Cup this year. Come on. Definitely won't be trophyless this year, but we're on to the big one, as it will be James Maddison lifting it after quite a poor game. We'll let it slide. As here it is. Carabao Cup. Done. Community Shield. Done. And of course now the FA Cup. Domestics in England completed it, mate, as Grimsby Town will lift it right here. And especially this man. He's been really good as well since he come in. He took a while to actually get into the team, though, and keep his place, as the FA Cup is going to be lifted right here at Wembley, as our last trip is a successful one. 120th minute it took for us to score the winner. Get in. That is it, boys. I mean, commiserations to Leeds United. Deserved something from that, but it's kind of weird saying that. They deserve something from a game that only one team wins. If it were a draw, it should have been a draw. Or should I say, if it could have been a draw. As there we have it, the graphic. Grimsby Town winners 3-2 over Leeds United. But that is not it. Business is going to be, hopefully, resumed. Not done. It's not completed. Borussia Dortmund in Europe, as Tanganga. What's he saying right here? He's appreciating all the things about him. So yeah, you're doing great, mate. You just won us the cup. Moaning a little bit, as I don't understand that at all. But oh my days, this is it. If Leeds United was hard, imagine Dortmund with the likes of Werner and Haaland as well. Not a blowover, not at Wembley, but at a neutral venue, as we've got this message. Jude Bellingham is returning to the first team. I don't know if he goes straight in, unless he asks. If he asks, I might just slot him straight back into the team, you know, because he is an amazing player. Got us to this final as well with his goals against Barcelona. But if he doesn't, I might give Ventador the benefit of the doubt, as I'm really sorry Harry Winks is suspended as well. He should have bowed out, but at least he got to do it in that game. Thinking about it, I should have actually let him lift it, as he hasn't asked to play. Okay, that's new. As Goretzka's got a -1, don't understand that. And Ventador is going to start like how he played anyway off the bench. He's got his fitness fully up, unlike Leon, as it's going to be Dino in goal, Tanganga, Rodon, Gehi, Doig and Maddison, Ventador, Goretzka and Brooks, Harper and Delap. And I've said that quite a bit quick without even realising that's the last time I will ever say that lineup for Grimsby. In FIFA, they're in the National League. It won't be a series like this next year again, as I'm going to miss it. But let's try and make it bow out with a bang, shall we? Dortmund. And look at this. Don't usually get that graphic. It's gone off straight away. We're in the tunnel there. I think it's the Waldstadion. Oh my days. Take away the yellow there. Add a bit more white, and that is a glorious looking trophy. Gonna be hard, as there's the running if you want to see it. Very tight. One goal in it from us every single step of the way. Atletico 2-1. Manchester City 6-5. And then Barcelona 5-4. I don't think it's going to be that exciting over one game, but we like to put it in one game, then just drop off in another. Make sure this is the game we put it in. And there's the boys. There are the boys. Dino in goal, of course. I'm not going to walk through our team, but I'm definitely going to do the Dortmund one, as I see Ruben Diaz there. Sancho. Oh, Haaland in the back. Not going to be easy. Is how we even going to get to see the lineup? Why is it showing me my players already in position? The lineup should have been a bit ago. I definitely haven't missed it. I've been staring at the bloody screen. That's disappointing in the Champions League final. But they have Glitkovic in goal, Perez, Navarro, Umtiti, Ruben Diaz and Mahoney, Matondo, Barella, Partey and Sancho with Avianta supporting Erling Haaland. I can't see the substitutes because I haven't used them yet. So that's a disadvantage maybe, I don't care. As it's fitting as well that we do, of course, play a team that we've managed before this year in FIFA 21. Of course, one of my first saves alongside the Arsenal one, so hopefully I can beat the yellow army right here. There's only one true army, and that is the black and white one, so here we go. Leon Goretzka against his old rivals. Tries to force the ball. He was offside anyway, so that's the best thing he could have done. Want to throw in. He's going to throw it into Tanganga. Leon Goretzka on it again. Can we try and get an early goal? Maybe it's going to be very difficult in the Champions League final as Delap looks for Harper again through the gap. I thought he'd reached him. As it's now Jadon Sancho as well. Or runs straight into Haaland as Rodon turns out. Gives it into Tanganga again. And Goretzka going to try and whip that forward. And Maddison, oh my days, does really well. Gets the better of Perez Navarro, who took a dodgy touch. Takes advantage. Maddison cutting inside after a poor game in the FA Cup. And everything was right, apart from the shot. The technique looked right, the cutting was immense, but not to be. At least not straight away, as Rodon's got himself in the book right here. That's just great. What he usually does, isn't it? As Matondo wins a header to Rodon, tries to pass it out and only goes as far as Matondo. As they've got some defending to do right here. Number 30 goes all the way back to Maloney, the left back. Number 8 is a left back. I think that's pretty weird, but I was the same in real life. As Sancho now has the ball, cuts inside, and Jadon Sancho scores the first goal. I thought this was going to be a game with limited, but it doesn't seem to be celebrating much. We are 1-0 down in the Champions League final. I mean, he's celebrating as if he's already won it. That is stupid. Just high-fiving the man at the side of him. As that is not the way I wanted to start this game 20 minutes in. Hate that. As he's on the ball again straight away. And not Umtiti, Avalante. Just saw the I at the end of the name. As we don't want them to try and get two. If they get two, I mean, you don't go for damage limitation in a final, do you? But it might be a little bit that way. As Thomas, come on boys. We've beaten these before in the group stages 4-3. Before the thrashed us. But we should be putting up more of a fight. We've beaten Barcelona on the way, for God's sake, and Manchester City, as it's into Harper right here. One-on-one with the old City defender, Ruben Diaz, and cut straight into him. He is arguably the world's best defender, though, so it's going to be hard to beat him. However, Brooks has a run on him right here. Goes to give it back into Delap, who tries to turn out and straight into Sam Umtiti. So it's going to be just wave after wave of attacks, I think, from us, and no goal, I think, on counter-attacks at least, as they're doing well going forward as well. Rodon passed through the middle to Leon Goretzka, as Harper is going to make a move, not really, into Brooks instead. Maloney at the side of him, as I'm going to cut inside here, give it to Harper. He likes the finesse, of course, and we'll go for it. Good save from the keeper. And wasn't that a foul? Nothing given, as I think he was clipped on the way out. Can we get another header, though, as it's in towards Delap? Only as far as Mark Gehi, who turns and gives it into Rodon. Tanganga making the run, but out wide to the corner taker. Maddison into Delap, and what a save! What a save from the keeper. My days, that should have been 1-1. My days, that is one of the most outstanding stops I have ever seen in my life, as Matondo across to Gehi as well. It's a dodgy tackle. It's Sancho through, and Dino with a big save to keep it at 1-0. And can he catch that? He does. Oh my days, it could be 2-0 at half-time, or it could have been 1-1 if we scored the chance. Just all over the place in an entertaining Champions League final, as Delap's making the run behind as well. They might get there. Umtiti quite far away. We've got a chance. Diaz beaten, and Delap scores. It's going to be 1 apiece at half-time. We've counter-attacked again. And I want to see a Harper goal, but I'm not upset because Liam Delap is doing the job. Didn't expect it from him, as it's straight over the top and back level. It's 0-0 again, boys, as it's blasted past Litkovic again. Been outstanding at the start of this game, but just not on one-on-one scenarios, I guess. 1-1. And that is half-time straight after it as well, so we've got to keep on fighting because the game is not, of course, won. As I'd say, it's been very, very even. We've been the better in the last 15, but the first half an hour belonged completely to Dortmund. And, of course, this is the last 45 minutes, or even less right now, of us in the Grimsby Town save. So can we try and please win it? I mean, just put it all in, boys, as Maddison with a deep cross into Harper hits his hand. What are you playing at, William? Thought he would have tried to do better as Haaland now on the ball. He's got Rodon on his back on a yellow card as well, so no diving in as Borussia Dortmund edging closer. Avanate out wide to Thomas Partey into Sancho now, as it's a mix between my two old saves, because of course I did Arsenal with Partey, my main player, and he's at Dortmund here, who was my ex-team. So Matondo gives it back over the top. They're going to come at us through this left wing every time. But we do have the ball right here as we've switched it to our left. Maddison, who's having a great game, but just gave it to Perez Navarro, who actually tackles him this time. Through the middle into Jadon Sancho. As Thomas with a 1-2. Can we try and just lunge in, boys, and get this ball away? The more they keep possession, the more they build forward and with confidence. So we're trying to just get a counter-attack on here as well. Again, we've done well from crosses, and Navarro is a defender getting pocketed by a winger. Maddison is having him with beans on toast as we're getting a run from Doig as well. Josh Doig been here from episode number 1 as it's into Harper with a backwards header. And what a save from Litkovic again. Don't know how he's reacted to that one as a corner ball once more. Harper with the header and it's over the bar. Jumping out my skin with that one. I thought it was wrapped up. Don't let it be another extra time. I mean, yeah, we don't have another game after this one, but I don't think I could handle it as it's Haaland. No, it's Schercherek on the ball right here. Can't get a tackle in. Sancho passes it back to Thomas Partey, and they're trying to make runs through the middle. It's Sancho, and it's rolled, and it's a huge save from Dino as I have paused the game by mistake. I'm putting Jude Bellingham on. Ventador's just slacking off in the midfield, not chasing his runner in Schercherek right there. So I'm going to put my best player on against, of course, his former club, as Dino's had to keep us in this game at points. It's a corner this time for Dortmund. Played short to Barella. Can we get a tackle in and stop them from crossing it? No, because I've played it into Schercherek again. Into Barella. Into Haaland, who's going to try and turn out for a shot, and Thomas Partey's blocked. Still, they do have the ball and going further out wide as Doig, gives a free kick away. Going to be Haaland step over it alongside Umtiti. As what are they going to do? Oh, make a change. Okay. Wasting our time right there. As if to score this, I think it is game over, and it would be in style. Umtiti over the bar. As there's 5 minutes now. 5 minutes as Maddison has it. Delap making a good run down the line, but I don't want to waste the ball with an ambitious cross. As Bellingham, you know full well that was meant for Doig making the overlap, but no, he wastes it, and I could kind of see that being extra time now. Unless we could do something from Goretzka. Now he's robbed it. As Delap has the ball again, and Bellingham, I thought it was a handball there, surely. No, nothing given as Haaland against Rodon here. Has to get it right. Does get a nick on it as Sancho now through the middle. And don't let them try and cancel it out in the last minute here. That would be gutting. It's Sancho with the moves. And he's won the game. We're going to lose the Champions League final to Jadon Sancho. And what a bad way to end it. What a bitter taste that is. He's got the shot off, and Borussia Dortmund are going to win the Champions League. We've bottled it. We've truly bottled it. We've got one trophy, but that is gutting. That is gutting. Can we try and get something from kickoff? I mean, it's going to be a big ask right now. Harper on the charge. Block straight away from Sancho, and that's it. That's game. We've lost the Champions League final. 2-1 to Dortmund. And we can't redeem ourselves. I'm not a cheater. I am not a cheater. You know, I tell you when I change the difficulties and everything. So, nothing is being changed. It's legendary. And I'm not going to replay the game. Of course, I'm going to leave it at that, as they deserve to win it. And Dortmund will be lifting that trophy right there. I am not going to watch them do it as we put up a brave fight. The last ever game of the Grimsby Town to glory. We have lost it. But I can say to the boys, we won in the last minute in the FA Cup. So I can say they did us proud, and to say Grimsby Town in a Champions League final, losing 2-1, successful. Not in the actual meaning of the word, but in terms of Grimsby Town and this save, I will definitely call it that, as, of course, that is the last game. And also, you might have seen I've been looking at my phone throughout, because how fitting is it that Grimsby Town have got a takeover on the day that this series finishes? So it's literally like the new owners have come in after this and not booted me out, but I have left them a legacy, kind of. If you want to play it like that in the make-believe world, I feel like that is a pretty good way to end it with Jason Stockwood and Andrew Petit coming in, and me, of course, leaving with Grimsby Town in 3rd in the Premier League. I mean, what a place to leave them. They've won the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, the Community Shield, the Championship, actual league, the League 1 playoffs, and then League 2 promotion. What a way to end it. I'd say that is just perfect. As let's check again. No more games after, and it is kind of left at a sour point with Dortmund, but I'm kind of not leaving it there as well. You'll see later. But as for the squad, I'm not going to dwell on this. I'm not going to do a big soppy end. I am literally just going to walk through it like usual and praise the boys and see if they've got iconic status, which I think Dino has, although 14 clean sheets out of 61 seems like a little. He's got iconic status, 2nd stint at Grimsby, amazing goalkeeper. Evans and Neil never reached the potential. Doig, he's a legend. He was here from episode 1, left and came back like Dean Henderson. As Jackson, he's been a really good backup. He's been here about 5 years as well. Alvaro never got to see him. Knowles, along the same as Gehi. He came and left and came back. So I'd say he's on the verge of legendary status. If we would have won the Champions League, of course, every player would be. As Rodon, he's been quite good, not a legend. Tanganga, maybe with that winning goal in the FA Cup, and Powell probably not. Galloway, Chalobah and Winks I would not count as legends. However, Chalobah's been on loan with us before and quite a bit. As Alonso, no. Cantwell, good player, but no. Bellingham, no. And Ventador, I'd argue he has. He came in and revitalised our team when we won the Premier League, so he's been good. Same as Goretzka. Harry Clifton, iconic. He was here before I was. McMillan good, Doyle good, Madison good, Nemecha good, McNamee as this guy. There isn't enough I can say about him. One of the 2 best players, I'd say. Kieran Dowell, it's a shame he got injured, but I haven't forgot about him. 7.1 rating, always gets double figures for goals and assists. One of them players that you just take for granted, like Heung-min Son, I'd say, at Tottenham, just gets the job done every season. And Brooks has been here quite a while, he's been good. Slater never got to see. Maloney never reached the heights. Barry Leach, of course, he's iconic, he's been here quite a while. And Delap, been great. Kalajic, been great, but just look at the goals from William Harper. An 8.3 in a season is just, it's not human, is it? It's not human. Not even Ronaldo or Messi could get that. 59 goals. It's a shame he never reached 60. And 16 assists. For one player at 26, which will only go up, is just something that I never expected to say. As another thing I never expected is, with how this series was going on, after 10 whole completed seasons right now, this is the end of the Grimsby Town to glory. Yes, it's saddening. I won't be able to wear this shirt as much, but we do have to move on to new things. I've seen it drop off. I've seen it at highs and lows this series, and thank you everyone who has stayed tuned with it. But it's time to go with the Mariners. It won't be happening again next year, of course, because the National League beckons. Hopefully, maybe if we get out of it one season, and it's a couple of years down the line, this may return, and we might win the Champions League next time, and I will come back to this very episode and moment. As thank you guys for watching every episode, not just this one. Like, comment, share and subscribe if you have not done throughout this series, with the notification bell on as well to be notified on the new series, hopefully starting maybe later this week, or I might just save it till next week and make sure it is the best it personally can be, in my opinion. As take care, in a bit, and up the Mariners. Peace.